Hey, Davis and Christopher. Of course, I'm posting my video 2 days late. A lot of things have happened in the past couple days. I'll talk about both of them. One, I've finally managed to, through advice from other people, get the fruit fly problem in my apartment under control. After hearing tips from different people, I decided to use the orange juice and saran wrap trick because fruit flies are somehow the insect equivalent of like squaring a number. Somehow, when you see one, if you don't take care of the problem that moment, the next day you'll have 20. And then I kind of got scared of them and didn't take care of it again. And so there were probably, I might be over-exaggerating, like 9 million fruit flies in my apartment. So there is an orange juice container sitting on my kitchen counter with a Ziploc bag over the top of it and holes punched in. There's probably like 90 dead fruit flies in it already. They're still flying around. I also, when I saw them poking around a whiskey bottle that Amy and I finished last night, I decided, oh, maybe they like whiskey too. So now there's a whiskey bottle with a Ziploc bag over it. It seems to be working, but we'll find out. There's still fruit flies all over my kitchen, and even though they don't really do anything wrong, they gross me out. And, you know, I got to thinking that it's one of those problems that had I just faced it when it was small, it would have been fine. But as I let the problem go on, I almost became like more and more scared to deal with it. And now I have a huge problem on my hands, and I'm sure that applies to life in some way, but I'll figure it out. The second thing that happened, the Seattle Sounders played last night against the Portland Timbers, the first leg of the playoffs to get to the Western Conference Final. And I watched it at my friend Zach's house, and Amy was there, my friend Mark was there, and it was a Halloween party, and we were being terrible guests because we were glued to the laptop watching the game. And I remember thinking when Portland first scored that I wasn't actually upset. The game seemed to be going fine. I didn't feel like the Sounders were getting beat at all in any weird way. And I rewatched the highlights this morning. They ended up losing 2-1. Ozzie Alonso scored and gave them a chance to go into Portland and win the game and maybe move on anyway. But I woke up this morning and I decided to watch the highlight reel of it to see why I didn't feel weird about it. And after watching the highlight reel and checking the stats, the Sounders had twice as many shots as the Timbers did. And in that highlight reel, they have, I think, 7 shots that missed the goal by within a foot. It's ridiculous. It's just, like, soccer luck was not on their side. So I don't feel bad. I think they're going to go into Portland and play just fine. And I know that, like, oh, I like sport. But I think I really enjoy watching soccer because I think it's just another thing that somebody can give themselves to and become an expert at. And I like the idea of friendly competition. I think that it creates like something to strive for. I don't like the anger that comes with it. I really hate the racism and misogyny that comes from some soccer fans or just sports fans in general. But I try to avoid it, and I don't think there's any reason to use it. You can get passionate, you can be angry at a team, but I don't think you ever need to call somebody a name or say that, like, a player should suck a dick. But anyway, so that's my time for this week. Next week I'll make sure to get this video done on time. And hopefully I will be talking to you next week about the Sounders beating the Timbers and also about there being no freaking fruit flies in my apartment. We can move on to bigger and better things like philosophy or the fact that I'm doing a form poem challenge where I have to learn about sprung rhythm. So everybody have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon.